Finished is a solitaire puzzle card game designed by Friedemann Friese. You can play this game in about 30 minutes. And the theme here is you're having a chaotic day at work and you're organizing your files. Yeah. Doesn't sound that exciting, but if you're into solitaire puzzle games, it's a joy. I enjoy it. I play this app. There's an app for this. I play it. And but I also like taking this little package out. You know, you got some cards, you got some candy, you got little coffee cups. I'll tell you about these in a second. And here, let me show you the back of the box, because if you walked into a game store, you'd want to look at the back, right? There it is. I'm going to give you a quick overview of how you play this game. You have a deck of 48 cards, and you have to sort them all out from 1 to 48. And you're going to have 8 cycles to get that done. Eight cycles of this deck, right? Cards are going to be cycling through. You shuffle the cards, and you put the number 48 there on the bottom. Every time that number 48 comes around, you have to give up one of your coffee cups here, okay? So in total, you're going to have 8 cycles through this deck. The problem is that as you start getting rid of cards, right? Because when card number 1 comes around, you put that off to the side. Card number 2 comes around, you put that off to the side, right? So this deck is going to start thinning out, and that 48 will be cycling through faster and faster. Now, I saw Friedemann Friese talking about this, and he goes, "Oh yeah. The 7 coffee cups, that's the easy level." Well, it may be easy for him because he designs all these mathematical games. He's got a mathematical mind. I don't find it that easy. I lose more often than I win. But anyway, that's what you do. You shuffle, you put that 48 on the bottom, and you deal 3 cards to what is called the present area. And I want to talk about this for a second because it's important. Basically, in this game, you have 4 areas you're going to be dealing with. The area where you're going to be putting your cards as they come through in numerical order. You'll be separating those cards, right? That's why the deck gets thinned out. And then you have your present area. You're going to be drawing 3 cards from the top of the deck, putting them in your present area. And there are certain special ability cards that will bring more cards into your present area. And that's good because it allows you to sort the cards out there. That's where you're going to be activating special abilities on these cards, right? So that's where all the work's going to be done, is in the present area. And then once you're done with the present area for that round, for that turn, you'll put those cards into what is called the past. Okay? In the past, there's going to be only 3 visible cards there, because any more than 3 cards in the past area get cycled right through the deck here to the bottom of the deck. So it's actually, when you're playing this game, good to hold the cards in your hand. It's just quicker to play the game that way because you're going to be cycling cards back into the deck all the time. So anyway, you got the present area where you're doing all the work. When you're done there, you put the cards into the past. Only 3 cards will be visible in the past. Anything more than that, they'll start getting cycled through the bottom of the deck there. And then you have a future area. Now, the future area can be activated by a couple of special ability cards in this deck. And what that does is there's one card, for instance, that will allow you to put all your cards that you're working on in the present into the future. And the future area is important because that is an area where you put cards in to worry about them later on the next turn. And you'll have to do that to be able to properly organize your files, right? And put the deck in numerical order, or try to, right? So that's it. You got a present area where you do all the work, the past, and then you got the future. So let me show you like a couple of these cards. Why do you need the candy, right? You need the candy. You're going to get some candy at the beginning of the game, and then you'll have a reserve of candy. But I'll show you how to get candy back in a second. But you're going to have some candy to begin the game. And then you're going to pop a candy there. It doesn't matter what color it is. You just put a candy there. and you activate the special ability of this card if you want to. This one allows you to put one card. You see how it's dark in there on top there? That means you get to put one card into the future from your present area. You don't have to do that sometimes. If you're dealing with a bunch of small cards and you got a 45 there too, you might want to throw that 45 up to the future and deal with it on your next turn, right? Because again, the idea is to sort the whole deck out from 1 to 48. Card like this, for instance, you pop a candy on there, and you can place 2 cards. Usually you would put all your cards in the present into the past when you're done on that turn. But here, you're allowed to put 2 cards, any 2 cards in your present area, into the past, and then draw 2 new cards. Right? That's all in the process of sorting this deck out, right? Here, you're going to bring back 2 cards from the past into your present area. Why would you want to do this? Well, let's say you have you draw cards, and you in your present area you have the 17 and the 18, for instance, and then in the past there you have the 16 visible. So you might want to bring that 16 back up so you can sort those 3 before you put them back in the past, right? So this card allows you to bring 2 cards back from the past into your present area so you can work with them, okay? And then a card like this, you put a candy there, it allows you to draw an extra card, which is good. You want to put cards in your present area because it'll help you sort them out. There's another card in here that lets you do this up to 3 times. You put 3 candies, you draw 3 extra cards. So that's always good. This one here, you put all the cards, when you activate this, all your cards in the present into the future by activating this. And then you draw 3 new cards. Okay? And then here, when these cards come up, and there's a couple, there's a few of them. When these cards hit your present area, then you get a candy back from the reserve area. Because you'll be spending candy. When these come up, you'll get 1 candy back. Yeah, finished. I enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoy solitaire puzzle games. It'll take you a minute. The rules are not hard. It's just that while the first time you play this game, since these cards have these special abilities, they might not come intuitive right away, right? You might look at that and go, oh, what does that mean again? Well, you'll refer to this. There's a little quick guide here. But once you play the game, you go through it one time, I think you'll get familiar with what the special ability cards are, and you're not going to have a problem playing this. And like I said, it takes about 30 minutes to play. Solitaire puzzle game, it's enjoyable. So get to work and get your work finished.